What's up? What's up, man? What's up, world? What's up, good bro?
What's going
How
on?
you doing today?
Good in yourself?
Yo, we had an amazing weekend, bro. I want to thank you again. Should
No
I
problem.
tell him? No, I ain't gonna tell him. We gonna wait till later, man. We got a treat for him. The end of the month, the last Tuesday of the month, to be exact. Y'all stay tuned. 8 o'clock. Same bat channel, same bat time. Yo, I'm truly excited about who we gonna talk about today, man. I feel like we need to talk more. Hey, let me set it up like this, bro. They claim that Biggie made larger guys fly, but Biggie got it from this guy. Yeah, we grew up with the Fat Boys. They came out first, but they wasn't as slick as this dude. Let me go here with it. When you think of Living Color, the show, you think of this guy because he did the music to the show. You wanna know who I'm talking about? Take a wild guess. Never mind. Check this out. Heavy D and the boys. Rest in power to Heavy D. Rest in power to Trouble T Roy. Man, I'm going to start like this, bro. We talked about it previous episodes. I think it was the 88 episode, right? I love that period of time, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like those years were dope, man. They were super dope, man. You had I feel like fashion was all over the place. You had the street guys that was in whatever sneakers was out back then. And then you had your preppy guys, the guys that was in the Doc Martens, the polka dots. You know, I know they're doing a lot of experiment with the hair nowadays. You know what I mean? But we had the high tops, the low tops, the bald heads, etc. But man, when I think of Heavy D, I think of my bro Corey. Shout out to Blackface, man. Remember Caldors, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, back in the day, we used to go to Caldors and spend hours, bro, playing with the keyboards, man. And back then, I ain't gonna hold you. Corey put me down with Heavy D, and when we was in Caldors or whatever, he would try to play the music. He actually was pretty good, man. He was pretty good. He should have moved forward with that. But I digress, man. What's your thoughts on Heavy D, bro?
Um, Listen, like you said, to me, Heavy D was that first heavy set guy that actually put fashion in videos. And I don't mean
Mm-hmm.
he just threw on certain things to look good. Like he actually put pieces together.
Mm-hmm.
He sometimes implemented an African garment into
Mm-hmm.
what he did, and I just thought he was just a fly dude. And the one thing that stuck out to me was mainstream, he wasn't as popular, but he was popular enough. And the fact that he didn't curse made it even more special.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, Chad?
Hmm. I wholeheartedly agree, man, because he was in the red company with that. Outside of a Rock Kim. You know what I mean? Heavy D, man, wholesome guy, man. KRS One was known for going to the island fair with his music, but Heavy was actually from the island. And man, his songs "Move for Love," the way he pulled that off, man, I absolutely love Heavy D, man. Yo, I'm sorry, bro. I don't want to change subjects, man. But I had, what we did over the weekend that we gonna tell them eventually. Maybe not today. Somewhere down the line. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Afterwards, when we went to that spot, man. Oh my God, yo. I thoroughly enjoyed that spot, man. Matter of fact, check out our sponsor. What's going on, y'all? We at this pizza spot, Hendo put us down with. Got the margarita pizza, man. Looks absolutely delicious.
We'll find out.
What you get over there, bro?
I got a margarita pizza, but it's got vegan cheese on it.
We'll see. We'll be the judge.
We'll find out.
We'll let you know. So, yo, what you think, Hendo?
Pretty good.
I think so as well, man. It's nice and crispy. I love the presentation, the tomatoes. This is dope. This is dope. Anytime you in B-More, check out Zalas Pizza. Hendo and I stand beside it. The best pizza, the best sandwiches. I guarantee you. Yo, I couldn't help myself, bro. I'm sorry. It was just on my mind, man. I was thinking about it since then. Man, shout out to Jose from LBHT. Man, shout out to Yolanda B. Man, oh man. Shout out to the boy by Zell. We had a full house, man. Thanks again, bro. I know I want to talk about it so bad. But what's your thoughts about the pizza place, bro?
I mean, it was straight for me. You know, I don't get to have any vegan options, and the one that they had was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get to taste all the food like everybody else, but everybody seemed to have a really good time. And shout out to Denise and Danity and everybody else who came out. D Weezy. You know, it was a bunch of us in there, and they made it worthwhile.
No doubt, man. Amazing time, man. Amazing time, man. But all right, back to Heavy, man. Heavy fashion sense was phenomenal. Right. Love her. And you know, this is crazy with life, man. I feel like he exudes confidence, man. And he loves himself. We all should love ourselves. We should love our flaws. We talked about it on previous episodes, man. Hanging with Hendo, where I unpeel layers of the onions about myself and my own insecurities. But man, it was super dope seeing somebody that we don't call the average or the macho appearance type fella. You know what I'm saying? And because they're the ones that look like ordained sex symbols. So I love the fact that he was comfortable in himself and he made it look cool to be big, man. Which it is. It's just cool to be you. Would you agree, bro?
Yeah, you have to love yourself before you can love somebody else. And if he had insecurities, I really couldn't tell. He was just out there having fun. And I think that for me, or maybe for us, is why we consider that one of the greatest periods in hip hop. Because you had just this myriad of different styles and cultures that mixed together. So you could be hardcore, do the gangster rap, you could do the backpack rap, or you could just be out there like him, Kid and Play, just out there having fun, making music for the people. And you could actually see that he was enjoying that. And then because of him, we got Pete Rock, which was his cousin. So, you know, shout out to Heavy D and may he rest in power.
No doubt, man. And we're going to talk about Pete Rock, man. Matter of fact, we're going to talk about Trouble T-Roy, man. Trouble T-Roy, from what I discovered, he was the heart of the group, man. You know, he was that guy, man. He kind of reminded me of you in a way, bro. It was, no, hear me out. It was this one instance, right? I'm CL Smooth. Got to a little, you know, they from the hood.
Right.
Got into the beef or whatever. The dude mopped them up. You know what I mean? And Trouble T-Roy was like, nah, yo, you go back and you fight him. You fight him, you know what I mean? And you stand up for yourself. He was that type of guy. I feel like you are that type of guy. You know what I mean? When you see one of your friends, someone that you hold dear in a situation, you don't mind jumping out the window, defending that person. That's what I mean by that. And that's how Trouble T-Roy was, man. But check this out, bro.
I somehow found the inspiration in that song or in that sample to create something for him.
Yeah.
And CL actually had these rhymes written, but it wasn't like, you know how you may have something in the composition book that you like, I need a beat for this.
Yeah.
And I was making Reminisce, and then I gave him the beat, and he was experimenting with it, and then he turned pages in his composition book and said, you know what, I'm gonna use this. And it was the same rhymes that you hear on Reminisce, but with additions to, you know, being TROI,
Right.
naming it Troy, and then, you know, talking about him in the joint.
Now, y'all might say who that is. Who is it? It's Pete Rock. They asked him about Trouble T-Roy, and he choked up. So you could hear the emotions in his voice, man. But Trouble T-Roy was a backup dancer. I don't want to say he was just a backup dancer. He was part of the group. He reminded me of like Big Daddy Kane and Scoop and Scrap. They were a package, the Temptations of hip hop. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like it was a sad and tragic moment that no one expected. The long story longer, they were performing. Uh, Unfortunately, he fell, and in the midst of falling, he came to his demise. No one seen it coming. Rest in peace, Trouble T-Roy. How do you feel about Trouble T-Roy? How do you feel about the dances itself? Let's lighten it up.
Well, for me, I will say in my youth, I didn't have much loss in my youth. You know, I was pretty lucky growing up. But I still remember the day that it happened. Like I said, growing up, going to high school, I used to have the radio on all night long. And every morning I would wake up to Baby, Baby, Baby by TLC. And for some reason, in my sleep, I heard them talk about what happened. It didn't even happen at a concert. It happened at practice. Like they were practicing. And I remember hearing it in my sleep and was bugged out while I was sleeping. And I woke up and was like, yo, that was a crazy dream. And then they repeated it. And it hurt me to my heart. Because once again, even though he wasn't at the forefront of the group rapping or anything, he was still a part of the group. And for me, my empathy went towards them. Because it's like, yo, now y'all got to perform and go on, and you're missing a piece of your family. You're missing a piece of your group. And that hurt me to my heart. So, you know, like I still feel that to this day. It's certain people that bother me. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, yo, like the backup dancers back then, they were really important. You know what I mean? They were part of the stage presence. They were part of keeping the group going. Now, I don't know how he did it, but they moved on. And to me, it's weird even now watching the videos afterwards when it's only 3 of them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's where I kind of fell off. After that, I still listen to Heavy D, but I kind of backed up a little bit from it because to me it was a little too painful. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, wild stuff, man.
It is, man. It is, man. And sometimes I wonder, you know, growing up, man, my elders would say, never question God. You know what I mean? But sometimes you like, man, why this person? Why now? You know what I mean? I know this show ain't about Biggie, but why Biggie, man?
Bro, that
You,
one hurt
you,
too.
yes, it was a shocker, man. And why Nipsey?
Right.
It just blows my mind, man. And I guess we'll never know. But we're gonna move on. We're gonna talk about Heavy D. We're gonna celebrate his life. Because I bet a lot of people did not know that Heavy had acting chops, man. He been on any and everything, man. Matter of fact, y'all, check this out.
This is my groove. But you mean to tell me that this is not Ray and Claude?
So actually, you're losing money.
Opera's cool. Common is one of my favorites.
Man, Heavy been on a lot of stuff, man. He has, man. I Living Single and Living Color. He did the music for Living Color. How about this, bro? How about this? Everybody been talking about Cat lately, right? And you might have heard some people say, well, what the cat do? Where was he at? All I know is from the Ice Cube movie. Well, I beg to differ, man. Cat been out here working for a long time, man. And Tracy Morgan had a show. Guess who was on that show, bro?
Heavy D.
Heavy D, Cat Williams, John Witherspoons. What a lineup, man. Rest in peace to John Witherspoons, man. But y'all check this out.
Witherspoon.
Witherspoon.
See Snoop Doogie Dog Dog Ding Dong Doggy Dog.
Snoop Dogg, Grandpa. Yeah, we got him. It's a great show. Let me ask you guys a question. You ever heard of a group called Miracle Street?
Yeah. That's that group that does stuff for sick kids, like lets them swim with dolphins or meet Regis.
Now, how you know that?
They're always on the news.
But not the news I watch, not Sports Center.
Why do you want to know about Miracle Street? You think about doing some...
Ain't that crazy, yo? I looked it up, right? And I found myself watching episode one after another, so on and so forth. You know what I get mad about my gripe with like BET and TV One, and I hope they're listening.
That you watched that whole series?
Right. Not only that, I feel like, yes, I love Good Times. We might talk about that later. I love the Jeffersons, what's happening and all of that. I feel like, especially with the BET or TV One, we have enough material that we can go around the clock on one of those networks with all black shows, man. What's your thoughts on that, bro?
I mean, are we talking BET here?
Ha.
Are we talking BET here? Are we talking about the network that's owned by white people? Nothing against them, but it's all about. Yeah. Listen, I think that like the classics that you name need to stay where they're at. They were good for the times. They pandered a little bit to tropes and stereotypes, and that's why I think for some people they became very popular. Some of them were kind of funny. I give them that, but I don't think we need to revisit that. I think we need more shows that shows the progress that black people have made. I think there need to be more shows where it shows maybe, and it doesn't have to be always serious. You know what I'm saying? But just show the progress and growth that black people have made throughout the last 30, 40 years. Instead of us being in poverty and finding ways to struggle and making a way out of nothing, because we've done that our entire lives. We don't need a television series to show us that because we've lived it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that BET exploits all of those things. That's why I'm not a big fan of BET at all.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. When we was coming along, Cosby Show was amazing, right? But even our rappers, won't name them, but his verses of rappers saying, I ain't go up like Cosby. I don't know what that is. I feel like, not you and I, but I feel like sometimes, do we even know what we want? I know you do. I'm not saying us in the figurative manner, but you know, when you do have things like that, like you have Blackish, you know what I mean? You had the Cosby Show. When you do have those shows where people are thriving and they're successful, you know, how are they looked upon? But then on the other hand, you have the Tyler Perry series of shows.
Well, here's what I think about that. I think all of that is a bunch of BS. Goodrich, first and foremost, because of course nobody expects everybody to be in that situation to grow up like the Cosbys. A doctor and a lawyer and a family, successful grandparents. I don't expect people to know what that's about. I don't expect people to be able to identify with it. But just the same way that these kids can grow up and say, I want to be like that rapper. I want to be like that hooper. I want to emulate what I see on TV. They can emulate the positives as well. Because we are not just sports and acting. You know what I'm saying? We're not just music and drugs. We are more than that. So if you can follow this path, you can follow that path. So just because you didn't grow up that way, I didn't grow up that way. And I'm not saying that my situation is the same as everybody else's. I came from the ghetto. Murphy Homes Projects. Like, I came from the ghetto. So I know what it is to be down there. And even in those situations, for some reason, I can't explain it. My family can't explain it. My mindset was always outside of that. So even living during those struggles, my mindset was in the Cosby Show mentality. in that vein. You know what I'm saying? I lived a certain way, but mentally, I raised myself to be more than what I came from. So that's a bunch of BS to me. It's just an excuse for people to be lazy about their path in life. They want to blame others and have excuses for why they did not do something. The only reason you didn't do something is because you didn't have the will or want to. Now, granted, I give you the fact that you don't. Sometimes you don't have motivations, you don't have people to push you. I get that, but there becomes a point in your life where you need to stop making excuses for what you did or did not do. I grew up in an all-women household. I played very little sports because I didn't have that male figure to push me into doing it. But as I got older, when I wanted to pursue it, I could have pursued it a little bit harder if I really wanted to. So I can't use the excuse that I didn't have somebody pushing me, because if it's something I really wanted to do, I would have done it. So I think we need, as a people, we need to stop making excuses for the things we have not done and the things that we do not have.
I can't come back from that. Well said, well put. And that's some real talk, bro. Um, Back in the day, I'm not gonna hold you. It was two shows that I deemed important. Sanford and Son. I know it was a lot of shenanigans on the actual show, but just a father loving his son to me was powerful. And the Jeffersons, George on the come up and had them kissing his butt. He didn't hold his tongue. I love, love that. So I'm going to go on a limb and say this. I think we should have a combination of everything, because sometimes some people like ourselves overstand and some people just don't understand. So, at the end of the day, people want to be entertained. So I think if you have a little bit of both,
Right,
throw a little bit of truth in there, educate them without educating them,
right.
I think that's the move, man.
You know what? And you're right, because it was entertaining. I
Mm-hmm.
honestly, like Good Times, Sanford the Son, all of
Mm-hmm.
them things, I've seen them here and there growing up. I never really watched them like that. I was never really into them, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And I mean, we do need these types of comedy, but to me, it's like, yo, you got a white man writing about a black family. And then you put a successful black man in one, so of course we're gonna cheer and we're gonna push for that one. But also, what you don't see on the back end is this black man made something out of nothing, but he's the angry black man.
Mm-hmm.
So you can give him money and give him status and put them in these situations, but he's always going to be an angry black man.
mm. Touche. Touche. Well, rest in peace to Heavy D, man. Heavy D is what
You forgot to add he was on Broadway.
he was on
He was on
Broadway.
Broadway. That's big,
Yes, yes,
especially for a
very
rapper.
big.
Especially for a rapper.
Right, right. Man, he was well on his way, man. Actually, I take that back, man. He accomplished a lot
He did.
in his legacy and move on, man. I'm looking at life differently. At the end of the day, man, it's like you look at a tombstone, right? It says the day you were born, and then unfortunately your expiration date. You got that dash in between, right? That's all of our life. You get what I'm saying? But it's what people remember us for.
All right.
You know what I mean? And leaving a legacy, man. That's why I like to dig back and talk about people like this. You know what I mean? Because they left a legacy, a rich legacy at that. And once you leave that, man, hey, you live on forever. Would you agree? So we gonna go like this with it.
Thankful that I've had, this opportunity to be who I am and to become such a success.
You're not hardcore. You deal with R&B, and you're still respected by everybody.
They respect the fact that I'm doing what I'm doing and being successful at it, and not trying to be, the brother with a nine, be the brother who's always in glitter and glamour. You could only fool the public, but for so long. You could come out and pretend to be this, that, and the other, and they'll buy it for like 5 minutes, you know what I'm saying? But after that, they'll be like, oh, he's fake, and that's it.
Before we end this topic, right? What's your favorite Heavy D song?
I guess probably the one that really pretty much started it all for me. We got our own thing.
Yes, yes, yes. My favorite Heavy D song is Blue Funk. Now, for y'all that don't know, Heavy D cousin is Pete Rock. And that particular, it not only was it a single, it was an album called Blue Funk. And back then, Pete Rock was the guy. I don't know who to equate him with nowadays. You know what I mean? But if you wanted production, he was sought after. Hey, when Run DMC was looking at the end of their run, guess who they grabbed? They grabbed Pete Rock, and they came out with the King, Down with the King. Anyway, I digress. He had Pete Rock do the production, him and Eddie F, and you had a little bit of Primo mixed in. Now, everybody should know who Premier is. Premier done your favorite rapper's favorite rap. Everybody from Biggie to Hove, you name it, back in the day, the Nice and Smooth, so on and so forth. Now, I don't know who he is, Google. But yeah, anyway, Blue Funk, man. I love that vibe. I love that album. And on that album, he pretty much, he had interludes, and he broke down his feelings at that current moment. So if you don't listen to anything else we said tonight, check out Blue Funk. I implore you. Dope, dope album. So y'all know how we do, man. Let's go. Now, I'm not gonna hold you. I really wasn't gonna talk on this subject, but offline, man, we had people say, or they wanted us to mention this. The J. Cole and the Kendrick Lamar situation, right? Now, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I didn't hear the diss record. I'm gonna tell you why I didn't listen to the diss record.
Right.
I ain't wanna hear it. I feel like this. Certain beefs excite me in hip hop. You know what I mean? The Ice Cube and NWA beef. The Jay-Z and Nas. Even the Ja Rule and 50 Cent. It excited me because I like one better than the other. I digress. Everybody that knows me know.
So you like Slaughters?
Well, one of them didn't get slaughtered. We ain't going there. I ain't fooling with you.
Listen, I'm beefing with you. You beefing with me. Then you come sign to be my employee?
Oh, Lord.
It's a rap.
Lord.
It's a rap. Because it's the rock.
I fell into that. But
You did.
I'm going to say this. I feel like Drake, Kendrick, and Cole, to me, are amazing MCs. I don't really feel like that's their lane. I personally feel like J. Cole is the better of the three. Reason I say that J. Cole is the better of the three, because I feel like the other ones, they're all multi-dimensional. But I feel like J. Cole really is. Like, you could put J. Cole on a gangster track, and he can go in on a gangster track. You know what I mean? Huh?
Kendrick couldn't?
I haven't heard him really go in on a gangster track. Like, I've heard what J. Cole could do rapping with Griselda.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
One of my favorite J. Cole songs of all times, he's singing. Yes, Drake, he has that on lock, right? He can go deep with a message. Kendrick, forget about it. So I feel like he has a little of the other two MCs, and he has that one little edge because he can go there. They're all spitters, but I feel like speaking of which, man, if y'all haven't heard J. Cole new album, check it out, man. I've been listening to it. I listened to it the whole way down on that thing that we did. We supposed to talk about. Maybe we'll talk about later. Eventually we will. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at Bronny.
Man, oh man.
He said, I never heard gangsters apologize for maybe hurting your feelings.
Well, and I'm glad that B brought that up because he's not a gangster. That's where I was going a long way with it. That's why I didn't want to entertain it. That's why I didn't want to hear it. That's why when I mentioned the other guys, even in Chaos One and MC Shan's situation, when I mentioned the other guys, to me, it was suited for that. I don't think that those guys need to do that. They're all kings in their own right. Would you agree, bro?
With what?
They're all kings in their own right, and it's low key, no need to even go there.
And they black men, of course, they kings. Listen,
Facts.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I said this in the Discord. Like, it takes a lot and it takes strength. And for me, the only reason I said something is because on the internet and the things I've heard, they were talking about, yo, J. Cole weak, and we talked about this. It takes strength for a man to apologize. Even when you're not wrong. Whether he's right or wrong, it takes strength for a man to apologize. And everybody want to make it seem like he weak or he's soft or he's this. Like, who cares? For me, all of them are making money. All of them are widely successful. So whether it becomes to Kendrick, J. Cole, or Mr. Lauryn Hill, any one of the three, it doesn't matter to me. And I can't say this any more clearly, and I cannot make a more profound statement than I'm about to make right now. I could not care less about any of this dumb stuff. Personally, I really couldn't care. It's something to talk about. And sometimes they drum up this fake beef just to make news because somebody's about to come out with an album or EP or whatever. I couldn't care less. But I just think that for me, I just think it's the demasculation of black men because they do some things. And then they wonder why we have all these issues with anger. Because we're portrayed as these aggressors. Yeah, Mr. Lauryn Hill. We're portrayed as these aggressors. You know what I'm saying? And when we show that other side of us, you weak, you soft, you ain't a man. So this is how we get these rap beefs. This is how we get the Biggie Tupac deal. You know what I'm saying? And the aftermaths of all that happened because of ego. And the one thing as a man, we need to place our egos aside. You know what? I'll apologize to anybody. It don't make me less of a man. And if people come behind me like, yo, you weak, you soft, who cares? I'm still rich. I'm making my money. You know what I mean? So to me, all this is a bunch of nonsense. And it's just something for people to talk about. You know, sometimes there's laws. You got peaks and valleys when it comes to news. And sometimes people just make stuff up. Bradley, I've apologized to you on several occasions, sir. You're just too much of an a-hole to hear it. But I digress.
And you know it's crazy, bro. Lately we've been on a roll, man. Cause I second everything you said, man. Man, we got just a couple weeks ago, a bridge collapse.
Yeah.
Didn't the earthquake just happen in New York?
Yeah.
Didn't the eclipse happen the other day? Like it's bigger things to talk about.
Right, and I said this beef wasn't real. But so what? Guess what? Me apologizing got you talking about it. Once again, I'm gonna make this statement perfectly clear. I could not care less.
And I agree with you, bro. Hey, did you listen to it? This record.
I don't listen to any of them. I
I
don't
didn't
listen to any
listen-
of their music. I like Kendrick, and I think J. Cole is dope. But I don't listen to any of their music. When I say I could not care less, bruh, I mean it from the depths of my soul. Care about none of them. If they come out with a hot track and somebody go, yo, listen to this, I like, yo, that's hot. Like the joint J. Cole did with the dude that just embarrassed himself on his own track. I can't remember which one it was, but you know, I'll be like, oh, that's cool, but I don't just like, oh man, let me go listen to a J. Cole track. And you definitely know I don't listen to Mr. Lauryn Hill. You know that.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not old Bradley. Dre's
It,
old.
oh man, here we go. I lost my train of thought. I guess I am getting old. I agree
Getting?
with you. Yes, yes.
Getting?
I definitely agree with you, bro. You know, what frustrates me, man, we talked about this, and maybe this is my new catchphrase: teachable moments. The Biggie and Pac beef wasn't a teachable moment, I guess. You know what I mean? The Nipsey Hustle. I mean, the list goes on. All of these, well, he wasn't beef with somebody, but all of these moments we had, you know what I mean? It's crazy how they'll sensationalize a beef. And then as soon as something happened, they want to play them on the radio. They want to do all of these rest in power tweets and posts and stuff like that. Man, that's some BS, bro.
But the
That's
issue for me isn't even between the rappers. It's between their fans. This is where the beef comes in at. Like the real beef. Like that rap beef ain't real. It's the fans that take it to the next level. It's kind of like talking sports. You get so behind your team that you get infuriated when somebody says something to the contrary of what you believe.
yeah, yeah. But we ain't giving us no.
Well, that's not being mature. I mean, the apologizing portion is mature. I don't know what happened before that, but yes, I mean, but sometimes, listen, like I said, ego gets in the way, and you do things out of ego, and then sometimes you take a step back and look and be like, you know what, I messed up. I don't know the situation that may be what happened, but sometimes we do stupid things. Sometimes we say the wrong things to the right people, and then we realize they didn't deserve me to talk to them like that. You know what I'm saying? And you apologize. But like I said, I don't know the whole situation, so I cannot intelligently speak upon everything that went on with it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I go back and revisit. I'm gonna be honest. I'm unsure if I will.
Yeah, I'm not.
But
Last
check
time you
out
went,
J.
he talk-
Cole album. I
Last time
love
you went,
his
he talk
album,
about it.
man.
Look, you plugging people albums.
Yeah. Hey, it's the best thing going right now. But yeah. This is what I really wanted to talk about. And I wanted to pick your brain on this, bro, because we talked about good times, man. Y'all check this out.
Mom, Dad, I thought y'all went to the movies.
It was, but we changed our mind. What's going on here?
Well, what you doing dressed like this? And Tyrone, Sylvester, why are you holding him?
It all started with my grandfather, James Evans. My job as the man of this house is to take care of this family no matter what.
Good Times, the reboot. It's coming on one of those stations. We're not going to say who. Y'all could Google it and research it. What's your thoughts on them doing an updated version of Good Times?
It looks like more buffoonery. It's you know, I didn't watch the original Good Times. I saw it here and there. Okay, whatever. But that just looks like more buffoonery. You know what I'm saying? It's like 21st century minstrel show to me. You know what I mean? And I can't. What was it? I don't quote me and don't kill me on this. But I don't know too much about the Proud Family, but it seems to me like an updated Proud Family to an extent. I didn't really watch it, so I don't really know. But I just saw some things sometimes, and I was like, yeah, what the? Here we go. Here we go.
How about I'm gonna mess you up with this? I ain't really watched the Proud Family either like that. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna say this about the Good Times thing. I could take it or leave it either way. At this point, like yourself, I watch reality TV. I watch stuff like The First 48. I watch crime docu-series, real footage. I watch a lot of documentaries. I'm not the only thing that I watch that is make believe, I should say, is the 50 series.
Wrestling.
That's it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You know what I mean? But no, go ahead. But that's so I'm like, if I want to be entertained, I might check it out. But you know the crazy thing about it is Just like the real good times, this is white writers. I think Seth Rogen and them did it. And I don't think they got permission. I think they went guerrilla style with it. Yeah.
What do we expect? That culture's been stolen so many times before. It's not new.
Yeah. How about this though? Before we get up out of here, man, April is a special month to me. I wonder why. It's a birthday month for somebody. Maybe it's me.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. It just dawned on me.
Uh-oh.
It just dawned on me. I don't mean to revisit old things or anything like that. Please bear with me for a second. But you said this is your birthday month, correct?
Yeah.
You are literally older than hip hop.
Oh Lord.
This is amazing. I personally know somebody that's older than hip hop in my day-to-day interactions. This is amazing.
So let me get this straight. Hip hop is 30 years old.
Hip hop is over 50.
Well, I'm 30. I'm confused. All right. I'm sorry. I'm 32.
You wanna ask Scotty Rivers?
Oh Lord. Shout out to Scotty Rivers.
You wanna ask Scotty Rivers? Let's ask Scotty. Hey Scotty. Approximately to your knowledge, how old is Dre?
Uh-oh. Oh Lord. I ain't gonna put it up. How about
Listen.
that?
Listen. Listen.
Well, anyway, I want to celebrate my birthday, which at the end of the month, y'all, we're going to drop an episode about the thing that we was talking about that we didn't mention yet, that y'all hear about eventually. We're going to drop it, right? There you go, B.
Damn it, Brandon. You know what?
There you go.
You are a loyal son. I give you that.
Yes.
I give you that. You're a loyal child. I give you that.
Yes.
Shout out to you.
Yeah,
and no, but you know what? I take all that back. Because here we are well over a year later. And Brandon has still not been on the show.
I know what's up with that, B. Gotta make that a birthday gift, man. Gotta make that a birthday gift. But
how old is Golden Mike?
Oh Lord, here you go.
The same age as Dre.
Oh Lord, here we go. I wanted to play y'all this. Let me see. Birthdays.
What?
Was the worst days.
What, like when you were 15 when Roots came out?
Oh Lord, now I sip champagne on the first day. Okay, I can't find it. Lucky y'all. I try to get it next week. Thought I had it in here. Anyway, another amazing show. Any part words, bro?
Yes. Deuces.
Oh, here we go, y'all. Check this.
Oh, here we go.
Happy birthday to all of my fellow April birthday people. Happy birthday to me, April 27th. If y'all want to show me love, y'all can shout me out on IG. Matter of fact,
rest of the month the Cash App gonna be up. You wanna
okay.
You wanna shout out my man on his birthday? We gonna have the Cash App up, or the link to the
doubt.
Patreon. So you know,
no doubt.
You can show your love that way.
No doubt. I turned 35. Okay, 36.
This is why earthquakes happen. Too many lies at one time.
Oh man. Okay, you got me. 37. I ain't going no higher than 38. I mean, how old are you? I'm confused. You
How old am
are
I?
old. Yes,
I'm
you are
40.
old.
I'm still in my 40s, unlike some people.
I
I'm
know.
younger than hip hop. I'm younger than hip hop.
Here you go. Here you
I'm
go.
younger than. If we took 100 years and split it in half, I'm under that line. You, my friend, not so fast.
Well, until next time, y'all. Thank y'all for spending the night with us. We'll see y'all next Tuesday, 8 o'clock.
Welcome to Electric Relaxation.